when they moved to this country. So they just did what they could, and they worked a lot. They worked a lot.
But my parents worked a lot too.
Yeah, but what happens is when they're working, they also forgot to give love, because I don't think they're thinking about giving kids hugs when they're working to pay the bills. They're not. They don't. So we didn't grow up in a household with a lot of hugs and kisses at all. It was like very cold.
Then drove from our house to from our house to her house, 20 minutes. Then from her house to Whole Foods, 20 minutes. Then from Whole Foods back to her house.
I have to make a confession.
And Rita, I never told him nothing is supposed to go to Whole Foods. I said to the lady's house. I said everything goes to her house. Everything. Nothing coming to our house. He comes back home and he's like, oh, were these supposed to also go to her house?
With both of you admitting that there is a lot of negativity that surrounds you, it's in your household, it's with your kids, it would be great for the family to actually do this 7-day detox challenge where you're...
Thanks for I appreciate when you do wash the dishes, even though you didn't wash them today.
You don't have to say that last part. See, that's what she's talking about.
Is that bad, Rita, that I said that even though you didn't wash them today?
You got to reframe how you say that.
Well, something like that.
I know, but Natalie, that's really good. Those are really great examples.
I'm learning, Ian.
If it's crazy.
All right, go now.
Wait.
Oh my God!
Hey guys, this is a family mess. I know it. And have a nice day.
Good God!
I love the family mess.
Welcome to the Family Mess Podcast. I'm your host, Ian, and this is my wife and co-host, Natalie. The Family Mess, the podcast about life with kids and all things adulting. Let's talk. Good morning, Natalie. How are you?
Good morning, Ian.
Why'd you take so long to respond back to me? What's up with you?
It's the morning pause. I've barely eaten anything. I barely had anything to drink.
Yeah,
this is out of my normal routine.
You said you went for a walk this morning and didn't even wake me. How'd you go for a walk and didn't wake me up? We're supposed to do it together.
You were awake. You were sitting there watching the TV when I got up to go walk.
But you didn't say, Ian, let's go for a walk. You just got up and left.
I got up. I put my shoes on.
Did you hear that, Rita? She just got
mom.
up and left me this morning. Oh my God.
Yes, we do have our special guest today.
All right.
We have Rita from Rita Bosch Coaching Collective.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys.
What's up with the applause? I couldn't even finish saying her name.
Because the audience is happy to hear Rita this morning. I don't care about you.
Oh my
Go ahead.
gosh.
I just had to use the applause button.
Just because he's got this new setup today, he has to try to
I got the applause button, so I'm going to use that.
So I'm going to repeat myself without the applause that we have Rita Bosch. Why are you the only one laughing?
You guys are so fun. Oh my gosh, I love it. Family Mess.
All right. Go ahead this time.
Gosh,
I'm not going to do
we
anything.
Have Rita. You're so special. We have Rita. See, I can't even. Oh goodness. Okay, I'd like to welcome Rita Bach. See now, Miss Bach. There, I got it. I got it.
Yes.
From Rita Bosch Coaching Collective, and she is a personal development coach. And you've been on our show before, so welcome, Rita. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you guys inviting me back.
Yes. It's good to have you again on the show, and I'm looking forward to this podcast again.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about negativity today.
Yes.
Because I know I got some.
Me too.
That's okay. But anyway, Ian, we're going to go into our first segment.
Yeah, our first segment that we always do is Natalie's 5 minutes of town. Yeah.
I don't turn that thing off.
I just found that track and I brought it in here. All right, Natalie.
That's plenty of the track. 2 seconds is plenty. Wow.
So what are you going to tell the audience about your weight challenge?
All of these sound buttons? I don't know what the hell's going on.
This just happened today because the other program that we used to record wasn't working, so I had to use the backup program. So don't complain.
All this sound ad-libbing and all.
Rita, I'm trying to make our podcast be a little different and easier for me to do.
I feel like I'm in a DJ booth or something. What is going on?
Well,
okay.
What would you like to tell the audience about your weight progression, not progression, but your success or whatever it is you're doing for your weight loss?
Well, as I took my walk this morning, I know Ian has graciously been walking with me. We walked at 10:30 at night the other night because we're trying to walk twice a day to get our exercise in. So we try to walk, twice a day somehow, whether it's morning, afternoon, or both in the afternoon, but we walk.
That's great.
Yes. So as I walked this morning by myself because somebody was watching the TV instead of getting up.
She didn't even tell me she was going for a walk.
I thought to myself, I said, you know what? this has been a very uphill battle, and I have fought it, and I have not won yet. But I realize I'm just going to keep trying different things until something darn well sticks. That was my revelation as I walked this morning. I'm just going to keep trying whatever I can until the weight starts really falling off. Like I've lost a little bit, from where I was, because I'm at my highest, heaviest ever in my entire life. Well, except for being pregnant, I've only been this much pregnant. And I'm like, oh God, this is horrible. So I've decided, I've lost a little bit. But I haven't figured out my full plan. But my starting plan is just to eat real food. I've started there, and I'm just not going to quit. I'm just going to keep trying things until it works. So right now I have been, oh shoot. You know what? I hate the start. I did an app to track my walking, and I forgot to turn the thing off. I just remembered from my walk this morning.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm using that Runkeeper app to track my miles.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Well, at least my phone should know I'm not going anywhere. So, but my time is now way off. I'm gonna fix it actually right now on my phone. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with this thing. I'm just not gonna quit. I'm just gonna keep going and just keep trying different things until I find what works for me.
That's awesome. I think that's really encouraging. Thank you for sharing that, Natalie.
Yeah,
Ian, don't you think that that's wonderful?
I do. I've been living with this woman for 20 years now, and it's always fun doing things like this with her because I like doing it with her. But the one thing I found out, it takes a lot of energy to keep her going with it. That's what it does. Is
my motivation.
Like we've done this. I think this is like the 12th or 15th thing we've done together, probably more as a couple. But I'm enthusiastic about doing this with her, and we'll start the journey together. And there are mornings where I'll get up to go, and she's like, "I'm not doing it today," and I'm like, "Come on, we got to do this. We got to do this and get it done." So I'm gonna be there to support her through this with her, and I hopefully she'll get the results that she wants. I think she will if she just stays consistent.
Hey, I did 0.91 miles in 2 hours and 22 minutes today.
It took you 2 hours to walk a mile?
Because I forgot to post.
Oh, the phone messed up. Okay, I got you.
But that's okay. I had to do a quick walk before I had a meeting this morning, so I didn't get to do my full. We'll walk again later.
I think it's great, Natalie, that what you said just now, that you're going to keep trying because something's working. You're going to keep at it, and you're not going to give up this time. So I commend you for that. That's really good and encouraging to your listeners as well who struggle. It's hard to stay motivated to get up and get out and exercise and move your body. So I think that's really positive.
Do you think people listen to us, Natalie? Sometimes I don't think. I think they don't.
Listen how?
The podcast. I mean, we put it out there, but
what's that got to do with what we talking about?
I don't know, but Rita just said people are probably listening, but do you think people listen?
Somebody listen, they download it. Shoot.
Well,
if you reach one person, you reach one person.
Thank you, everybody out there supporting us.
1,500 or this doesn't take, it takes one to change one life.
Oh,
one
yes. Whoever that one is, listen. Give us a chance.
Goodness, I don't know.
Give a thumbs up. Give a like.
Yes, a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe. Let's do this.
I don't know what Ian is on this morning.
Leave a review.
Listen.
Because quite honestly, yes, because you guys are taking the time to do the podcast, right? I'm sure it's therapeutic for you because you get all of the stuff that's in here out into the world and in hopes that it's going to help somebody. And like Natalie said, even if it helps just one person, I feel like you've put some high energy and positive vibes back into the world.
Yeah.
I don't know about those positive vibes. Rita told me.
Be positive, man. Come on. She just told you that. Come on.
Rita told me the other day that I have a little bit of negativity. So that's what we're going to talk about today. the negativity is trying to take over for the positive vibe and positive side of me. So, that's what we're going to talk about negativity detox and a challenge. She challenged us actually recently about, with the negativity.
I did.
So Rita. What's up with this negativity thing? Why is it so bad? Why is it so bad to be so negative? When that's just as you told me, it was like more of our natural way to be.
Right. Exactly. You and I had a really great conversation about this the other day. And so you thought it was important for your listeners to also hear about this.
Yes.
So what it's called is the negativity bias. Are you guys familiar with that? Or were you familiar with it before?
No. I've never heard of it.
So the negativity bias in simple terms and a simple definition just really means that you pay more attention and give more weight to something that's negative versus something that's positive.
Mm.
And so why this happens, it really dates back to like the caveman days. So when you think of like the most primitive times, you have a caveman that wants to eat. Maybe they see some berries on a tree or something and they're like, okay, let me feed my hunger. But then they hear something rustling in the bushes. It could be a tiger. It could be another caveman. It could be danger. So what do? Instantly, they're going to focus more on the danger because that's a survival instinct.
Gotcha.
So now we've evolved, and now we're here, fast forward, and through evolution, we still have that primitive side of our brain that basically seeks pleasure and avoids pain. And as humans, anything that's painful is negative because we want to protect ourselves. So our brains are on constant high alert. That's why, Natalie, when you and I were talking, and I was saying that a lot of times negative stories, negative conversations, that stimulates us more. And it's because of our primitive brain. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? People love scandal. People love negative news.
Drama. That's called drama.
Drama, yes. So, but think about this, right? Like the last time you were in a review with your boss, right? So maybe you're going through your annual review and he told you 7 or 10 things that were great about yourself. But one thing he or she said, that was an area of improvement for you, or you perceived it as negative. What did you focus on for the rest of the day?
The negative.
I can't believe they said that about me.
But we can't be perfect. But the thing is, I guess people think they want to be perfect all the time, but that's not how you improve as a person.
Yeah, but it just hurts to hear something bad about yourself sometimes.
I guess some people
hurts to hear that.
Some people are more sensitive than others, Rita, I think, when they hear feedback. Is that what it is? Constructive feedback?
Constructive criticism,
sure. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But the point, right, is that you're focusing more on the negative. So it's not like the whole conversation was negative. You just got 10 things complimented to you, but you focus one on the negative. Or if you're in a relationship, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, right? And they always tell you, I love you, I support you, da 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 da. And then one thing they talk about, well, why didn't you do the laundry, or the food was cold, or you didn't.
That sounds like my house.
You're going to focus on the negative.
That's Ian. That is Ian Beeson right there.
That sounds like our house every day.
That's you, Ian.
Elaborate. What do you mean? Give me an example.
Go ahead, Natalie, because I know you're going to take this one on home. Go ahead.
I forgot. What was it? It was just yesterday. I said something to him, and he just gets all bent out of shape about it. I'm like, oh, please don't do X, Y, Z.
She doesn't say please, Rita. Don't listen to her. She just, it's her tone, man. I'm telling you, her tone drives me insane.
I have a tone that I don't know. I don't hear it, and so I have
but I keep telling her, I'm like, that's how people react to her. So many people her look as a strong person. It's because she gives off this strong aura about her, and people respect that about her. I told her, I'm like, people don't mess with you, man, because she goes, what do you mean? I'm like, people think you're serious. That's why they act, they act towards you a certain way. Well, that's not true. Right. I'm like, yes, it is, because I live with you, so I see it. And I'm trying to tell her, I'm trying to let her be more aware how she talks on the phone, because she gets riled up and she doesn't even notice it sometimes. That's her. And I was like, Natalie, you might want to tone it down, whatever. And she's like, no, I don't talk like that. I'm like, okay, well, I'm with you every day. I know exactly what you do, so you might not notice it, but I do. So.
But if I say anything to him, he gets very defensive about anything.
You know why, Rita? Because when she talks to me, I'm thinking about something else at the time, and I can't do two things at the same time. So when I'm thinking about like work or something else, and then she's talking, I'm not. What that means is I have to stop what I'm doing, then I have to rearrange my brain to listen to her. And a lot of times what I'm doing is like stuff for work. Or, when I'm really deep in thought and she's talking, I'm like, I'm frustrated because now I'm trying to figure out how to, because I can't just do it automatically. I can't do it. I literally have to say, okay, I have to stop doing this, turn around, look at her, and then consciously listen to her. Because if I don't do that, I'll just look at her like dead eyes and then let her talk and then just go right back to what I'm doing. Like I didn't hear nothing.
Like you have to consciously make the effort, turn off the other side of you and be present and listen to what Natalie is saying to you. And then that's going to eliminate your frustration and it's going to give her the attention that she needs at that current moment. You just literally said what the fix was.
Damn it.
Instead of getting defensive and saying and acting all extra when you speak.
Yeah.
Over the littlest things.
Go ahead. Keep going.
I'm good. But go ahead, Rita. You're talking about with the negativity.
So when she gives you feedback, do you think that Natalie is giving you that feedback in order to hurt your feelings, or do you think she's giving it to you in order
I'm going to say yes to both of those because both of those have happened. So Rita, I'm telling you, man, Natalie's a nice person, but she can be cold, man.
I can be demanding
because
I told her
we all have things. We all have things.
Oh yes, yeah. I look at her, I'm like, You don't understand what you do sometimes to me. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. I got issues, but sometimes I like point it out there and she's like, I don't do that. I'm like, I was like, you can't keep bringing up things like, for instance, we'll get in a little argument, nothing crazy. And I'm like, Natalie, you got to stop reminding me about what bad things I did in the past, because that doesn't help me. Well, she does it all the time, and she knows I'm right. That's why she ain't saying nothing. And I tell her, I'm like, Natalie, I was like, I know I've done this, but when we argue, you can't keep bringing up, well, you're always going to be like that. That's you. That's what she does to me. Like, this has been going on for years. And I think it's because I hurt her in the past. But I told her, I was like, well,
I was going to say, she's clearly had some unresolved feelings.
Of course she has. But I told her.
That's why it comes up and she vomits.
Yes. And I told her, I'm like, I understand why she's doing it. But I told her, I was like, I'm trying. I'm not, I'm definitely not perfect.
Well, you keep repeating the same thing. You keep doing the same thing.
But I'm trying to change. It takes change doesn't occur in a short period of time. Sometimes change occurs over a lifetime before a person, evolves into some. Because the person we are now, because the person we are now in our 40s, we weren't these people in our 30s and our 20s. So every year that goes by, we slowly, change into different people. And so I keep telling her, I'm like, it's not going to happen overnight, woman. It's going to take a little bit of time for me to, to move on to something else in my life and what I should be. It just takes time. I keep messing up and I make small mistakes along the way, but I think I'm getting there. It's a very slow process.
Right. Natalie, do you see the process? Do you see progress happening on Ian's side?
Sure.
Did you hear that, Shore, Rita? Did you hear how she answered that, Shore?
It wasn't full of confidence.
No, it wasn't. It was sure. I'm going to let you get away with that one, Ian.
No. Yes, Ian's had progression and change, as we both have. So, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, the reason I asked that was not to put you on the spot, was just to see that Ian's perspective is that he's making progress. I just wonder if Natalie's perspective is the same, because sometimes, we're not on the same page. We're not looking at things from the same vantage point. So that's why there's a misstep. And that's oftentimes why husband and wives argue, is because you're not on the same page. And when you don't see from the same point of view, you're going to constantly bicker because just that you're not on the same page.
Yes. He sees me as attacking him if I say anything to him. And I see me as voicing an opinion or telling him about something that he's done that's driving me really crazy. That's how I see it. But he sees it as attack, and he has to get defensive.
That's how he's receiving it, right? And the way that you intend it isn't always the way that people perceive it. And
sure.
Perception is reality. So if what you're saying or how you're saying it is coming across to an offensive way to Ian, maybe there's another way that you can convey your message without him receiving it that way. You just have to figure out what that method is. And it goes both ways.
I'm going to write it down. I realized I have to start writing things down because when I talk to him, it doesn't register. Then I get frustrated when he doesn't do what I've given explicit. I've made it easy for you.
Right.
And because you don't listen, you made it hard, which then affects everybody.
It doesn't affect everybody. It makes it hard on me, not her. She just mostly annoyed when I don't listen to her. That's what it comes down to.
We're kind of off topic.
Go ahead. I already know what you're going to say. Go say it.
What?
Say what you're going to say.
You want me to give her my story?
Tell her about
my most recent story?
Yes. Go tell her. I already know what this is about.
We're off topic. But anyway, I'm going to give you the story.
Go.
We're going to get back on to the positivity.
It's organic. Let's just go with it.
Go ahead.
So we have a lady who started cooking food for us, right? I get the groceries or whatever, and she cooks the meals for us for the week, because I just don't have time to cook anymore, and I've had to come to that conclusion in order for us to eat healthy.
Yeah.
So I ordered all the food on Amazon, and I had some things here like spices and stuff that I had in a box and some stuff, and then I ordered food on Amazon to be picked up, and I told Ian, I said, I ordered the food, you do the pickup where you can just order it ahead of time and then you just pick it up. I said, go pick up the food at Amazon and take it to her house. Well, Ian takes it upon himself, because I had some things that were here at our house to go as well. He drives to her house first. Then he goes all the way to Whole Foods to pick up the food. And now this is like, I told him on his work, it's like on his lunch hour. And I knew it wouldn't take long because she only lives like 10
I still got it done within the lunch hour.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Longer. But hold on. Let me finish, please.
You just can't tell time.
So she lives about 10 minutes from us, and then she's about 20 minutes from Whole Foods. And the food was already ready at Whole Foods. It may take you 5 minutes for them to bring the food out, and that's it. So he went to her house, then drove from our house to from our house to her house, 20 minutes. Then from her house to Whole Foods, 20 minutes. Then from Whole Foods back to her house.
I have to make a confession.
And Rita, I never told him nothing is supposed to go to Whole Foods. I said to the lady's house. I said everything goes to her house. Everything. Nothing comes to our house. He comes back home and he's like, "Oh, were these supposed to also go to her house?" I said, "I told you."
She never used those items, by the way.
I told you everything.
They weren't opened. I'm just telling you. I looked at the bag. Not one was open in the bag.
No. There was one of the couple things that went in that bag that had to go to her house. I know what I sent to her house. She may have had extra, but she had things. Anyway. What I put in the grocery list was everything that was supposed to go to her house.
This is what I have to deal with on a constant basis.
Rita, there's no...
Now...
Well, hold on. I don't know.
You're not done yet?
No,
Come on,
man. So Rita, now... I'm going to repeat my story one more because you keep interrupting me. I let you talk. So I had to go to... Are you there, Rita?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right. So he went to her house, to Whole Foods, back to her house, back to our house, and then back to her house with the last bag, which I never told him to bring anything home. Now,
right. Okay.
Yes, I was frustrated because I'm like, you just wasted all your time. And he was gone longer. He doesn't realize it, but he was gone longer than his lunchtime at the time because he
was not gone barely an hour yesterday.
He may think he was.
Natalie, if I may.
Yes.
Why did it bother you that Ian wasted his time? Why did that
exactly. That's what I was trying to tell her yesterday. I'm like, why do you care? I got everything done, Rita. It just wasn't in the order that she wanted. That's what I was trying to tell her. I'm like, it doesn't matter what. I said, I understand that I did
things harder than they have to be.
But it's my time. If I want to go,
Rita,
she can't handle it, Rita.
No, I look at it like this.
She can't do it.
If he's not doing his work that he needs to get done, right? That affects me because I'm dependent on him. Well, I'm not dependent, but he brings in income, right? So if he's not doing his job the way he's supposed to do his job, to me, I'm like, hey man, you're putting us at risk.
I'm not
you're
putting anybody at risk, Rita. I have the opportunity to work from home as long as I take care of my job, which I do every day.
I just like to plug that. I do take care of my job.
Every day I take care of my job. I'm a brand new employee to this company, so I take care of my job every day. I told her, I'm like, I'm not taking anybody's money. I'm working on the laptop. I'm answering emails.
And he's new. So that's why I was like, you don't want to be looking any kind of way when you're new somewhere. That's why I was like, I was just concerned. That's all. But yes, I know it's his time and it shouldn't bother me. But part of it is why can't he ever just follow the directions that I ask him to with certain things? Like why you have to
Now that's an interesting statement, Natalie, in the sense that why can't he always follow the directions that I give him? So is there a level of control because you can't control Ian that it's triggering something in you? Because it's essentially, right? Like if you know the saying, if I want something done right, I got to do it myself.
Oh, that's my life.
But you don't have the time to do it all. So you delegated this to Ian. So
yes.
Is it okay that he just does it how Ian sees fit?
It should be okay.
It's not okay.
It should be.
It should be, but it wasn't. It wasn't at the time, but it should be.
At the time.
She can't relinquish control, Rita. She can't do it. I'm telling you, Rita.
But I'm like, I hate to see.
It's always contentious in this house.
I hate to see the inefficiency. Because I'm like, why? You just wasted so much gas and time.
How is it inefficient? I said, it's just that you just want it your way.
That is inefficient. You went to her house 3 times.
I don't care.
Or you could have went there once.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so yes, I think that obviously you guys disagree. You agree to disagree on this topic.
I like Rita. She's like, you guys agree to disagree.
you agree to disagree.
She's the voice of
that
reason.
Is completely okay. Natalie is very big on efficiencies, right? Obviously, it has to do with her job. It's her personality. You said she's a strong woman, right? So when you signed up to marry this woman and spend a life with this woman, you knew the type of woman.
Oh no!
Nobody forced you. Nobody forced you.
Rita, we had this conversation plenty of times, and I thought I knew, but I didn't know. I didn't know, Rita. I didn't know. And
isn't that true life Hollywood story?
Yes, it is, Rita. I didn't know. We had this conversation recently. We both were like, you know what? Maybe we could have waited a little bit longer before getting married. I mean, we're both confident enough to say that. No, it's not a bad conversation. We just realized that we probably should have taken a little bit more time to probably date or maybe even not date and to find other people before we met each other because we realize that now we're not going to get divorced, but we can actually say that like we probably shouldn't have got married because we are not right for each other 100%, but we love each other. No, but it's true. Rita, the truth is I think most couples don't come to the realization that they're not right for each other. They won't admit it. So they just stay in a marriage and they just struggle through it without telling each other how they feel. Me and Nally tell each other how we feel all the time. Hold on. Who's calling me? Samuel's calling me on my phone.
No, I'm trying to. He keeps doing the messenger.
I was going to say, you're flipped. Your image is flipped.
Rita, our son keeps calling us on our phone and it's making my phone flip.
From the den. Oh my gosh, he did this last time.
Hold on.
Why does he do this? Yell at him to stop calling us.
Messing up.
I'm turning off my notifications. Sorry, Rita. He does this. It's
okay.
He discovered Kid Messenger, and now he just messages us over and over. And if you don't answer, he just keeps calling you.
Keeps going, yeah.
Yeah. He just keeps calling you on the Messenger, and the alert it rings like a call every time. So let me see. I thought I turned off my phone ringer, but I didn't turn off that. Oh God, this child! I swear. These children drive me crazy sometimes. Drive me crazy. Sounds. Oh, goodness. Okay. Now he's at the door. Can you tell him?
This is gold.
Rita, our kids are killing us, Rita. This punk ass boy purposely he purposely dialed in on purpose to mess up. He
does it. Yes, he does. He does stuff like that.
Rita, we have to spend more time with our kids. This is what happens when we don't.
And this is part of actually this will segue back into what we're supposed to be talking about is the negativity.
Yes.
Ian's, I'm not trying to call Ian out because I have the same reaction at times, but you see his reaction to the kids and how quickly he gets so upset. And I think that's spread like wildfire in our house. Like, there's just negativity everywhere. My kids are so negative. Ian's negative. I'm negative. I try not to be. I'm the voice of reason around here mostly.
What?
And I try to get Ian to calm down.
You're not the.
I am. I'm always trying to tell you, Ian. Think about it like this. I do tell you, and you're like, I don't care. They're getting a minor. I'm mad. I don't care. And that's what he does. And I try to be like, hey, you know what? Let's not argue. Let's not yell at them right now. Let's try to be calm with them. And I don't care about that. Right now I feel this way and and this is what he does. And then the negativity. I mean, I even had to order some spray from this lady that has positive energy spray with essential oils in it.
Energy spray.
Oh yes. Oh yes. She prays over it, whatever. And she has this, and just to try to, and I was spraying my kids for a while because there was so much negativity
in the face.
Here.
Take it.
It's just essential oils. You can, with water, you can spray it
like
in the air.
Vampire with garlic water.
I don't know the validity of it, but I mean, if it's a placebo and you think it's working, then that's important.
And I haven't sprayed it in a while, but when I was spraying it, I think it was giving off a little bit better vibes around here. But the kids are so negative, and I know that they get it from us. And so, that's partly why I had spoken to you about being more positive or changing my mindset, because it's not that I want to be negative. It's just that things happen and then I just get annoyed. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired of this. Like, life just keeps coming and all the, why can't these kids just be nice for like one day? Why can't they not do this and get us mad and everybody's upset? Or why are they mad that I turned off the TV and they're all stomping? And, it's just so much negativity and anger sometimes around here that I just like, oh God. So,
right.
Yes, I have the spray. I've used it, and it was helping. But I think sometimes Ian as the head of the household, his reactions affect everybody.
Rita,
set the tone.
These kids don't. I grew up in a household, and I'm not going to blame my upbringing, but my household wasn't the greatest. It wasn't.
I'm not going to blame my upbringing, but I'm going to blame my upbringing.
Hell yeah! Listen, it was negative, and because my parents struggled a lot when they were growing up, they were poor. We were poor growing up, very poor, so they struggled a lot. So they weren't happy at all. Right. They weren't happy at all. So I mean, they did the best they could for island parents. I guess we're the second generation, so they moved here, didn't have a lot when they moved to this country, so they just did what they could, and they worked a lot. They worked a lot, but
my parents worked a lot too.
Yeah. But what happens is when they're working, they also forgot to give love, because I don't think they're thinking about giving kids hugs when they're working to pay the bills. They're not. They don't. So we didn't grow up in a household with a lot of hugs and kisses at all. It was like very cold in our house. And I mean, it was tough. So me and my sister, we grew up to be adults, but we were still kids in a way. I'm still actually that 12-year-old boy. I think I did a survey once. They said, well, what are you? And I put, well, I'm still that 12-year-old boy that's looking for hugs from his parents still, as a 44-year-old boy. Oh yeah, I am. I'm telling you.
That's why he wanted a dog.
That's why.
He wanted something to love him.
That's why when my friend's dad passed away, I think I lost a part of my soul that I could never recover from. I mean, I'm still an adult and I still move on with life. It's just tough at times. So I'm trying to deal with those. I probably need to talk to a counselor.
No comment.
And, that's the thing. When things are difficult to talk about, that means you need to talk about them. And so you just already identifying that, you are still that 12-year-old little boy who's just looking for love and looking for affection. A lot of times, like, that's all of us, because when something bad or negative or hurtful happens, that inner child comes to the surface and we react as if we were still that unloved or seeking love. That we need it, because there's a deficiency. There's clearly a deficiency in your childhood, because you're so self-aware that you're able to identify that. Now, if you want to heal and grow and be better from that, what are you doing to heal that inner child? So you just have to make those conscious efforts and take those steps.
Yep.
But I commend you for being honest with yourself about that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people won't be honest about how they feel, because I get angry, but I'm less angry, but I'm more hurt. I mean, right?
I can't speak for you.
I mean, I get angry at the kids, but I think I'm more hurt when they don't listen to me. They're kids, man. They just, they're kids.
Well, that's he's the very question, negative, right? Though. Why does it anger you? Right. And so kind of going back to Natalie's point, right? A lot of what comes out of you is negativity or perceived negativity in the household, right? The question is, when you look at everything that's going on, Natalie, you said a couple of things like, why can't these kids just listen for a day? Why can't they do their chores? Why can't they do, all of these things that they're not doing? We're focusing on the negative. Are there any positive things that the kids have done for the day? Did they go to school successfully? Did they,
No.
Are they
ate breakfast.
Okay.
Here's something positive. They ate breakfast. They got up.
Something positive.
They were able to get up and eat breakfast and turn on the video game. That's it. But it takes effort.
Nothing else. They did nothing else positive for the day.
Nothing.
See, this is part of the problem. Is trying to find the positive stuff.
I think we've created two little monsters here. I mean, but it's not really their fault. It's not their fault that they're going. Well, yeah,
because we're lacking.
Yeah.
So we got to pick up. Do better.
Exactly, and I commend you guys as parents for identifying that, because essentially what you're doing, what parents are doing, and they don't even realize. And I wish I would have realized this earlier with my daughter, with my first child. But we're essentially pre-programming them. We're teaching them how to react, and we're giving them their inner voice.
Yep.
So when dad freaks out at them or mom freaks out at them and says these things, that inner voice is going to lead into their adulthood. So if they make a mistake, they're going to hear, oh, why did you do that? You never do anything right. Why can't you just listen?
Yep.
They're going to hear that because you program that into their default setting.
Yeah, because I was like that. Yeah, because I think I've talked about it in the past where I used to, like, if I got mad, I would curse at Ian. Like, this is way back in college days. And it was because my mom, I don't normally curse, but my mom, when I was a kid, when she would get really, really mad at my dad, she'd cuss him out. Yeah. And so I automatically went to that, and I had no idea. Right. Like, I don't normally curse on a daily basis. Like, that's just not in my vocabulary, except for the word damn. I do say damn. But other than damn, I don't say anything else. But I had cursed Ian out a couple of times, and he was like, why do you talk to me like that? I don't like it.
What is this?
Yeah, he's like, it hurts my feelings, and I had to stop. But and I knew where it came from my mom, because it's not a natural thing, but it would just come out. It wasn't anything that I planned to say or anything like that.
How did you change? Because you don't really talk like that now. So how did that change?
I just made a conscious effort, because I knew how much it hurt his feelings and how bad it made him feel, that I just made a conscious effort not to do it.
Yes. And that right there is the key. All you guys have to do is make a conscious effort daily to not be so negative and focus on the negative. This isn't going to happen overnight, right? It's taken us 40 somewhat years to get to the person you are now.
Right.
It's not changing, isn't going to happen instantaneously. So due to neuroplasticity and neuroscience, that tells us that we can actually reform brain waves, these neural our brains to think differently, but with conscious and intentional effort and action. So when we talked about the kids always focusing on the negative, you have to sit in gratitude and remove yourself from negative situations. So like, it was really hard for you guys to come up with more than 2 things that the kids did well. They, what did you say? They brushed their teeth or they ate breakfast?
They ate breakfast. And turn on the video game.
And check. Okay. But if that's all we got, that's all we got. Okay. So let's focus on the good things and just sit in that for a while.
Yes.
I think you've heard me say before, I think the first time I was on, I was telling you guys, you know, we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day, right? And 95% of those thoughts are in repeat mode. So that means if you're focusing solely on negative occurrences, negative speak, negative influences, that's going to stay perpetuating in your mind. And so when we were talking earlier and it was like, why is this such a bad thing? It becomes a bad thing when you feel unmotivated, when you feel anxious all the time, where you're just focusing on the negative and you feel stuck. You're ultimately in a funk and you don't know why. You don't know how to get out of it. You don't know what's wrong. It's because there's too much negativity clouding your brain and clouding your judgment. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes, for sure. I had that yesterday. I thought of one thing and it just actually almost set my body into like an anxiety attack of some type. Like I was just feeling sick and I was ruminating things in my mind.
Really?
Yeah. And then I had to finally like let it go and say like, okay, I try to like, what you've told me is to reframe and try to find the positive. So that's what
Do you want to talk about that in more detail? Do you want to?
No, not really.
You should.
Okay.
You should, because I had to sit there and deal with it yesterday. Go ahead and tell them what happened.
Okay, so
what are you talking
if
about?
I could just,
it's not that.
Ian.
Yes.
Ian.
Yes.
Okay, I was like, you're not looking at me.
Oh, sorry.
So Ian, so it was interesting what you said just now. You said you should tell them because I had to deal with it.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
So what's another way that you can say that? Because that comes across in a negative way. I had to deal with it versus I was there to support her yesterday.
Where was that support, Ian?
It wasn't there at all yesterday. It was not.
That's just an example of conscious language. And that's like a whole another conversation where we choose to, say certain words and we put words into our vernacular where it's not negative and it's not always focusing on things that are, pessimistic and things like that. Anytime you want to respond to Natalie or Natalie, anytime you want to respond to Ian, a good exercise for you to do is to take a pause and reframe your default setting of what you want to say and think of how you can say it in a more loving way, encouraging way, and supportive way.
Yes, I do try to do that. I'm trying to be much more conscious about the way I speak and the things.
That's great.
Because like the other day, my son, he actually usually like if I tell him to clean his room, like the whole breakdown happens. He's yelling. He's
Yes.
The world's coming to it. The world's imploding on him because he has to clean up his room. And the other day, he actually cleaned his room. He was actually the whole day he was cooperative, which was so weird. But I helped him with this.
So that's a positive.
Yes, that's why I'm saying that because that's why I'm making sure I say that as a positive thing. And so he actually cleaned up his whole room. I did help him. I think because I helped him a little bit with it, that he was more receptive to doing it because he got help. He wasn't just him by himself. But he spent the whole day. I mean,
it was weird.
He cleaned up the whole day and everything I asked him to do, he said okay, and he just did it. Not yelling and carrying on and the whole, oh God, it's too much sometimes.
I think it's just time.
A positive outcome.
It's just the time you spend with the kids.
Maybe because I helped him. I think it's because I helped him clean up the room some. I did a portion and then I kind of gave him directions of how to do the rest. I think that's because I was just shocked that he actually would, not carry on about it. And And I made sure I gave him extra praise. I'm like, oh, you should be very proud of yourself for doing all this without arguing, and we got it all done and the room's all clean. I tried to do the extra emphasis of being proud of himself, and that I was proud of him for his behavior for that day. I did do that. But
that's wonderful. And when you sit in that for, 5, 10, 15 minutes and sit in what they did well, that is how you're going to start to retrain your brain and build those new neural pathways I was referencing earlier. So that kind of leads us into the detox challenge. So with both of you admitting that there is a lot of negativity that surrounds you, it's in your household, it's with your kids, it would be great for the family to actually do this 7-day detox challenge where you're going to remove all negativity for the next 7 days. Are you guys up for the challenge?
Did you say 7 days? 7?
And we challenge
10 consecutive days.
And we challenge everybody in our audience to do the same thing.
Yes.
So tell us about this in detail, Rita. Tell us in detail what we need to do, so everyone else out there who's listening can know too, who want to change their lives.
This would be great for anybody, especially if they've resonated with the negativity bias and they're in a funk and feeling anxious all the time and can't figure out why. I encourage them to do the detox challenge with you. And so essentially it's removing all negative stimulation, anything negative from your day to day. So that could be, I know a lot of us are on social media often. So if you see something on social media and it's negative, quickly change, get out of that frequency, and then offset that with something positive. Try for the next 7 days to listen to a positive podcast, audiobook. Go on YouTube. There's a ton of inspirational, motivational videos on there. Read a positive book. Constantly surround yourself with those positive quotes, those memes you see everywhere. If and when you're talking to family members, loved ones, anyone, coworkers, and they say something negative, immediately reframe and try to find a positive and change the subject and remove yourself from the situation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. So that means no gossiping for the next week.
No gossiping. No gossiping.
That's Natalie's world.
I know I'm a gossip.
No, because what's the benefit of gossiping? So what's going to happen?
No fun.
Let me tell you, that negative stimuli that happens, that triggers in your brain, there's all of this activity. As soon as something negative happens, you want to talk about it, right?
It's not always negative gossip, though. I will say it's not always negative gossip, but yes.
Okay. But if it is negative, then there's a back and forth exchange that happens.
It's more situational gossip. It's not negative. I don't talk about people. It's just situational. But go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So if it's not negative, so what we're refraining from is not gossip per se, but it is anything that can be construed as negative.
Negative. Okay.
So anything that is not going to return any positive outlooks, encouragement, support, then you want to remove that for the next 7 days.
You hear that, Ian?
I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it? You're up for it?
I'm going to do it.
So you have to be basically pumping in good vibes into your children and not.
I'm going to do it. And if I feel negative, I'll just leave the room.
But if you say something negative, then you have to all afterwards say, if I say, Ian, you get on my nerves. You have to say Ian, I like when you're around. You have to reframe that. So if you say something negative, you got to then at the end, you can't leave it as negative. You have to change it to positive.
Okay. I can do this because it's almost like an engineering process. So I can do this.
So like when the kids, why don't you kids ever wash these dishes? Guys, thanks for when I appreciate when you do wash the dishes, even though you didn't wash them today.
You don't have to say that last part. See, that's what she's talking about.
Is that bad, Rita? Did I say that even though you didn't wash them today?
You got to reframe how you say that.
Well, something like that.
I know, but Natalie, that's really good. Those are really great examples.
I'm learning, Ian.
How this is wonderful. So then you can essentially help to reframe because it's not something that's easily done, right? So if Ian does say something and he steps out of, the positive vibes and he says something a little negative, then, of course you want to be conscientious of the way that you speak to him to help him to reframe it. And Ian, if you're finding that it is difficult, like you said, remove yourself from the situation, take a pause, go for a walk, stand outside, just take a minute to refocus, regroup, and then respond in, remember, a supportive, encouraging, or loving way.
I like that. I think I can do this.
Yeah, I know for our kids, I've had my kids when like my other son will tell his brother he sucks or he's stupid or something, I'll tell him no. And I'll make him try to come up with 3 positive things. My God, he sits there forever. They can't ever come up with anything. And I'm like, that's what I told Ian. I'm like, this is bad. The fact that they can't come up with something positive about their sibling and it's so hard and it's like pulling teeth. Then I said, that's the example that we've set. And that's the problem we have created. And that's why now I'm like, we got to fix this because it's not good. And our kids are good kids, but they just have these bad tendencies that we fed into them.
Well, it's totally fixable. And I love that you guys are willing to do the detox. You're making more of a conscious effort and you're aware of what's going on, because the first step to change is self-awareness. So once you realize that there's an issue, now you can take the steps that you need to course correct. So you should feel good about that. And try being complimentary to each other throughout the day. Try to say at least, 3 compliments, one morning, afternoon, and night. And let the kids hear you. Let them see you. And eventually over time, they will begin to adapt and pick up the same behaviors, right? You are a product of your environment.
You hear that, Ian? I hear it. You hear it too? We are a product of our environment. We have to create the right environment to get the right product, which is our children out into the world.
Exactly. You're raising adults here, little men. Yep. So there's one more thing that I wanted to mention to you guys about the negativity detox and just negativity bias on a whole. When you're having conversations with anybody, try in the back of your mind always to think, how am I leaving? How is this person going to feel after we leave this conversation? Are they going to be better for it? Are they going to be worse for it? Or is it neutral? It's just something to keep in mind, because as you are raising young adults here, right, you want to make sure that they feel positive and they feel loved after every single conversation. Because when they don't feel loved, then you grow up to be a man who still has his 12-year-old boy inside that surfaces when they feel unloved. That would be you. I totally was referencing you. You see what I did there?
That's me.
That was you. So consider how you speak to each other, because that you internalize that. It is our words are so important. It's the way we say it, not so much what we say.
Okay. I got to do that.
All right, guys.
Is that what you're going to close with, Rita? That's your closing words for us today?
Oh, yes. I believe that will be my closing words. Okay. It's not so much what you say, it's how you say it. And then also as a reminder to your audience, remember, there are up to 80,000 thoughts a day. So please be conscientious of what you're putting into your mind, into your body. When you go on a detox and you go on a diet, it's not just about what you eat. It's about what you feed yourself. So if you're constantly feeding yourself negative articles, resources, negative speak, it's obvious why you're in a negative state. Yes, if you want to be positive, you feed yourself positivity. So I encourage you all to do that and journal this experience. Let us know what you're thinking, why certain things are hard, what challenges you've encountered. And I'm really interested to see from today how you feel, and in 7 days how you feel.
All right.
If there's any change whatsoever.
So you're saying we should journal for the next 7 days, our experiences?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes. Yeah. And what one thing
Whatever's
Rita's told me
here, put it on paper.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing Rita's told me to do that I've started doing is the gratitude in the morning. I say 3 things that I'm thankful for. And one of those 3 things has to be about myself. So it's just, just reframing all of my thoughts. And I am off of Facebook. I did log out today. I was reading some articles. I mean, Rita, like, you're in my head these days. Rita, I was reading something.
She lives on Facebook and it affects her so much. I just look at her. I'm like, okay, you're crazy.
Natalie, what were you saying?
No, I said, so
I'm in your head?
No, yes, you're in my head, because I was reading this article and I was like, oh God, this is negative. I shouldn't be reading this. I was like, oh, so I said, you know what? Let me get off of Facebook for a little while. And I logged off on my phone and on my computer. So I actually went to it out of habit and I was logged off. I was like, oh, am I supposed to be on there? So,
yeah. But
yeah, so I've decided to get away from there. Now, next I got to block my Yahoo. I like to read articles on Yahoo, and I'm just going to use my Flipbook. I think it's called Flipbook or whatever, that app, Flipboard or something, where I can go to a type of, they have like a section that has mindfulness. I can pick
that's great.
types of articles, and it takes me right to those articles. And I'll have to make that my new habit instead of Yahoo News, which I get on my daily gossip and all the.
That is so great. And you should put the link, if you can, in the show notes to whatever app you just referenced, because that would be great if someone else is encountering the same thing and they just want to read about positivity and how we can put high energy back into the world.
Yes.
So you got to consume the positive. And I love that all of this, everything that you're doing, you're making great strides. You should feel very encouraged and motivated to keep going.
Well, you should as well for getting into my mind and messing it up. Oh, but I will say, wait, hold on. I'm going to tell you one thing, Rita, before we go. Yesterday, I got so mad though that I said, "Man, bump all this mindfulness stuff. The world sucks." But I got mad, but I had to come back and say, okay, and find that positive. But I just want you to know, I did have a breakdown yesterday. I faltered. I went all the way down, but I'm good now.
And that's okay. And if you feel like you're going to falter, or you feel like, man, screw this day or whatever, you take a moment, feel what you need to feel, because you need to process that. And I highly encourage journaling. Like, why did I feel like this? Take a deep breath, refocus, and start again.
All right.
That is all you're going to do. So anybody else there, give yourself some grace and then get back to it. Take a deep breath and begin again.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Rita. Always a pleasure talking with you.
Whoa.
Likewise, guys.
This was a very good show.
Okay, Ian.
Well,
I feel
Rita.
like you say that at the end of every show.
He does.
I have to speak positivity in the air so it works both ways.
Last one thing, Rita, where can everybody find you?
Oh, yes. So I'm on social media. I'd love to connect. And then I'm also, my website is iwasthatgirl.com. So as you mentioned in the beginning, I am a personal development coach, and I really help women with their mindset, their image, and their confidence. I help them to amplify their mic, and that's what that stands for: mindset, image, and confidence. And I do that through personal development coaching for women and girls. So if you're interested in having a consultation or working with me, you can sign up for a discovery call, which you can find on my website, again, at iwasthatgirl.com.
All right, iwasthatgirl.com. And we know we've all been that girl. So, yeah, definitely check out Rita if you need some help in that area. Thanks, Rita.
Man, I feel...
Don't say it again, Ian.
I feel
Bye.
refreshed. This was a great podcast. Yes, I feel good.
Right.
For all the listeners out there, please listen to our show on Spreaker, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and all the other streaming platforms. Our Facebook page, The Family Mess. Instagram, The Family Mess, at The Family Mess. Did I miss anything, Natalie?
No, I think we're good, Ian.
Okay.
Thanks, y'all, for listening.
Well, thank you, Rita, for coming on the show again. You've been a great guest.
You say that to everybody. All right, great. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great afternoon.
You too.
All right,
Bye-bye.
take care. Bye.
Come on, man. You can't.
We are done.
All right.